So the agency started in 2021. Shortly after that one client, I had my best friend and my now business partner as well, Majdi, joined forces with me. He was working in another company, and we would realize that you're making enough money now that you can't just put in your bank account, and you need to
legally do this.
You need to wash that money with tax. You need to pay tax on that money. And there's a threshold, 375,000 dirhams a year. You cross that mark, it's illegal. The bank's going to call you up. Literally, we had the bank call my partner up, like, what's going on over here? And so we had to set up the company.
And so, okay, so the company technically was birthed because you got to 60K for your own stuff.
Yeah.
A company came to you and said, can you produce for us some content for us?
The same company that was my client in the previous media company. Yeah.
And then slowly, you then started actively looking for other clients?
So,
or was it again word of mouth referrals?
The first 6 months was purely word of mouth. So it was word of mouth, and it was the relationships that I had built over the years, which I would say is maybe 5 years. So because I worked so much in so many different industries, I knew so many people, and I networked a lot with friends and family and colleagues of work. Go to different events, go to different locations, you just meet people, and so the first 6 months was like, okay, client number 1 went viral, so his partner business is going to join. And over here we're working with another client, and he went viral, so his friend is going to join. And then that made 4 clients, and then you have this one guy who pops up and he goes like, hey, I see you guys are doing some really good work. I know a lot of clients. Give me a cut and I'll bring them to you. And suddenly now you have 15 clients. Then 5 leave, and then more people come. And then we had a sales team that we had.
And so it seems that the reason the business grew how it did is because of the quality of service that you were offering people. How were you making all of these companies go viral?
Honestly, in 2021, you could upload a video of a fly as is
on TikTok,
and it will go viral. Because that's in the UAE, at least, because that's how easy it was. You could literally, like, there was no one doing what we were doing. The market was empty. There was no restaurants, no real estate brokers. There was no CEOs of companies that were talking about their legacy, about their business, the way we were getting them to talk about it. So it was as simple as fulfilling demand with really simple content. And then over the years, as we grew into this, we saw that it became harder and harder, and it became more saturated and saturated. Because if business of real estate went viral, number 1, 10 competitors sitting in the market try to copy that themselves to work with you. The other 8 try to do it themselves. So it was our persistence to, of course, deliver on the content as well, because it's not a joke to create, like, we were doing maybe 500 videos back then already a month. Now, these are not videos like with a camera and everything.
Of course, but pieces of content, that's a lot.
It's still, you got to make sure it goes up, it's edited right, and So
describe your work relationship with Majdi, because it seems like a strong relationship, and it seems like you work very well together. What are the keys to that successful work relationship?
So I met Majdi in Jitex. He was working in Jitex as well in 2014. I met him in the next Jitex in 2015. And my work relationship with him has been, let's do this job because it sounds like fun. Let's do this not for the money, but because we're all friends and we're going to really have a good time busting our ass on the floor and sweating and, getting this done. And literally throughout time, since I've known him, I'd find a part-time job, I'd throw him in with me. He'll find a part-time job, he'll throw me in it with him. And he has his friends, and I have a couple of my friends, and like we had this whole group. And so when the business happened, naturally, it's like that's what we're going to do. What we've always been doing. We're going to work our asses off to really deliver on what we're trying to create over here. So I would consider myself more on the R&D bit and the creative side. He's more of the operational and sales side when it comes to the business itself. He's really good with money. I'm really good with content. If it were up to me, I would have sold this whole company for a dirham or less or for free. I would do this content for free if I had to. Like if I could get fish, chicken, water, and a house for making videos for the rest of my life, I would do that. But he's like my manager in that sense, you know, like, bro, you gotta get paid. He was the one who determined my rate for our first. So the first freelance gig was just me alone, solo, and so he was the one who told me to charge a little bit more. I was going for a way lower price. So yeah, that's yin yang kind of a situation.
Okay. Now, Brands for Less.
Yeah.
Mr. Taufik from Brands for Less. Describe how you impacted the business.
I would like to believe that with the work that we've achieved with Taufik has definitely set some sort of and a huge, first of all, impact internally in his business, because now there's a face to the entire business. This year they had a campaign with billboards of Taufik himself all across the UAE. So I think we've really helped Brands for Less in that way, in the sense of it creating a brand identity with Taufik. I mean, they've got their own marketing things going on for the last. It's a huge business from 25 years, but us coming into the picture and doing these videos with Taufik gave an insight to the customers which they'd never seen before. I've had my friends tell me that we've known Brands for Less for the last 25 years, but we've never set foot inside because we just didn't want to. But now we see the video of the owners and we want to know what this is. And so we're just curious, and we go and step inside the business. Taufik himself tells me that there is a strong level of fame. Like, he's anywhere in the world and people will recognize him. In the FIFA World Cup last year, like, he was like left, right, and center. People are taking pictures with him. And even when we're in the store, I mean, he's his own celebrity within his own niche, you know, which is his business. So definitely a very strong positive impact.
And what were you doing? How long did it take, and what did you do exactly?
So when we started working with Taufik, we were already in the business for 1.5 years. So we already knew how to make it work. And so now this is a little bit technical. There's a certain profiling on the character that you want for TikTok to make it go viral. And it's not TikTok that makes it go viral, it's the people. And so I understood over the years that there are certain characters, if you put them in front of the camera, no matter who's filming the video, okay, maybe a 10% of the credit should go to the person filming it, and maybe another 20% to the one who edits, and that's your 30% chunk. But the remaining 70% comes from the character himself.
For sure.
And so Taufik is a natural. Anyone who is of his age, of his experience, and of his authentic energy goes on camera will go viral.
Yeah.
And that person does not have to be the CEO of a huge corporate. That person could be a taxi driver. That person could be a chef. That person could be a cleaner on the streets. But you combine these few things that I just said, and you put them on camera, it's going to work. And the reason it's going to work is because we as humans, like, when you are exposed to so much content, so much advertisements, you just can call bullshit.
For sure.
So quick. When Taufik speaks on camera, you know this guy means it. It's not scripted. When a young entrepreneur is going to come on camera and show you his Bugatti or his Lamborghini, or, you know, his business that he's set up and millions of dollars he's made with a course,
Yeah, you can smell it. As you said, you can feel it straight away.
Even if the kid's done it right.
Yeah.
Even just because you're young, you're going to be disregarded by the entire human population.
Yeah.
Because if young people could really, achieve that kind of level, then they'd be presidents.
Exactly.
They'd be rulers of the world. There's a reason why rulers are of a certain characteristic, because they're able to capture that attention of the population. And so the same thing goes into social media. It's all human psychology.